Bergen County isn't the end all be all and the only place to live in New Jersey. What?
Are you kidding me?
I know. I just said that. Yes. Believe it or not, I have sold homes in other parts of northern New Jersey. This week, I want to do a little comparison. So I want to compare Bergen County versus Passaic County. If you're looking for another option other than Bergen County, let's do a comparison. So this week, it's all about Bergen versus Passaic. Let's get started. I know you're probably all shocked right now. She's not talking about Bergen County? No, I'm not.
Are you actually saying that?
Well, I am, but I want to compare it to other counties in New Jersey. If Bergen is not your thing and you're considering other places in New Jersey to live, well, let's talk about that. So I want to compare Bergen County versus Passaic County. Now, first of all, Passaic is located just to the west of Bergen County. So it is a little bit further away from New York City. As we know, Bergen County is right on the eastern side of New Jersey, northeast side, and it's close to New York City, and that's what makes it so desirable. Passaic County is to the west of it. So if you're going to be commuting to New York City, you are going to have a longer commute, obviously. But if you're not working in the city, or if you can be working remote, which a lot of people are still working remotely, or you have the option to go into New York City for your job like a couple of days a week, Passaic County may be a good option for you. Now, let's talk about the biggest difference between the two counties. Bergen County has 70 towns in the entire county. Yes, 70. I said that. Yep. Now, Passaic County only has 16 towns. They are larger in space, but 16 compared to 70. So Bergen County is obviously more densely populated. The population in Bergen County is just under 1 million people. You're looking at about 900,000 and change approximately. And in Passaic County, you have about half that number. There's approximately 500,000 residents. Yeah, there's a pretty big difference there. Now, I want to get into the cost of living. I thought this is important. I went on a website called bestplaces.net. This is another good resource if you are looking to make a move. If you go on to bestplaces.net, you're going to find a boatload of information there, and particularly regarding cost of living. That's really important to people. So I find this to be an excellent resource. And in addition to my favorite resource, which is niche.com, don't forget about that website either. Now, in talking about cost of living, when I went off of bestplaces.net, bestplaces.net has their baseline, their national average starting at 100. Okay. You'll understand what I'm talking about as I go along here. So 100 is the base, the national average. So anything above that, above 100, it's above national average. Anything below, obviously below national average. So let's talk about Bergen County. The overall cost of living in Bergen County, and this is according to bestplaces.net, that number comes in at 143.3. Okay. So a little bit above that national average of 100. Now, the cost of living in New Jersey alone is 120.4. So Bergen County, duh, yeah, it's expensive. It's very expensive to live here. If you want to look at the cost of groceries in Bergen County, that number came in at 108. Now, compared to New Jersey at 105.8, slightly higher than the average in New Jersey, and slightly higher than the national average. The good news is the cost of healthcare. The cost of healthcare in Bergen County, it's at 90.5. Yeah. And the New Jersey general cost of healthcare is 88.4. So it's below the national average. Who knew? So that's a good thing. Your healthcare costs are cheaper than the national average. Now, your cost of utilities here in Bergen County, it fall at 112. And it's slightly higher than the New Jersey average, which is 109.2. So again, they're both slightly higher than the national average. Now let's get into Passaic County. The overall cost of living in Passaic County is 125.7. And that's just slightly than the New Jersey average, which I said before, that was 120.4. Now the groceries are on par with New Jersey, coming in at about 105. Healthcare costs in Passaic County are slightly higher than Bergen, believe it or not. That came in at 95, but still below the national average. Now, utilities, slightly the same as Bergen County. The utilities came in at 113.8. Now, I know the burning question you have right now is you're asking, what's the cost of homes in Passaic County versus Bergen County? Hold on to your hats. I'm getting into that right now. Let's compare the prices of homes. Now, this is the most updated information, and let's start with Passaic County. Passaic County, the median cost of a home is $399,200. Let's compare that to Bergen County. The median cost of a home in Bergen is $553,000. Yeah, this is the most up-to-date data. So as I've been saying, all of last year in 21, the prices were rising in Bergen. There's your proof right there. Median cost in Bergen is 553. So you can see the big difference between the two counties as far as home costs go. And just a quick story for you. At the end of 2020, I helped a couple end up buying a home in Passaic County. They'd looked in Bergen County. They wanted more property. They wanted more land. They felt like in Bergen they were going to be on top of other people, especially the towns that they were looking in. They were a little more densely populated. So we went out to Passaic County and they ended up finding a beautiful home in the town of West Milford. Now, West Milford is like Western Passaic County, beautiful town, parks, lakes. It's beautiful. They ended up purchasing a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath contemporary home, probably around 2,500 square feet on 3 acres. That cost them $545,000. 3 acres of land, 2,400 square foot home. Yep.
Wow.
Yes. That's what they paid. What that would go for in Bergen County, I can't even think about that. But so they saw the value, even though, they both worked in Bergen County, so it wasn't that bad for them as far as commuting to work. And they just wanted to have more land and, more property. And believe it or not, they're in a neighborhood. It's not like you're probably envisioning that you're going to be living out in the middle of nowhere on farmland or something. No, that's not the case. They ended up in a really beautiful neighborhood with wonderful neighbors, and it just worked out perfectly for them. Okay, now the next burning question is, what are the taxes like in Passaic County? Okay, let's get into it. So as you can guess, Passaic County is going to be a little bit more reasonable on the property taxes versus Bergen County. You're looking at a range average about starting anywhere from $9,000 a year to $12,000, $13,000 a year. Could be higher depending on the size of the home, size of the property. So you can expect to spend about that much on property taxes. Now, when we compare that to Bergen County, now mind you, there's 70 towns. So the lowest amount that you can pay in Bergen County, depending on the town, and I did a video about that, Bergen County towns with the lowest taxes, that's right over here. The range in Bergen County, you're looking anywhere from as little as $6,000 a year, all the way up to $21,000 and higher. Again, depending on the size of the house, the property, and really the town. I've shared with you some towns in Bergen County, and I've talked about those taxes. And in towns like, say, Ridgewood, you get a bigger home in Ridgewood, you're expect to pay mid-20s up to low 30s. Same thing in Allendale. You're going to definitely be in the, like, say, mid-20s, low 20s for a larger home in that town. Passaic County isn't all rural. It's not all like this open space. There is the city of Passaic and the city of Patterson. There's also the Clifton, which is like a city that's very densely populated. So Patterson, Passaic, and Clifton are very densely populated. But as you go further north, that's where you're going to get the vast open space. So in towns like Wayne, Pompton Plains, Pompton Lakes, Wanacue, Ringwood, West Milford, as I mentioned before, those towns are more spread out. You will get more land. Now, you're probably wondering, so what else is there to do in Passaic County? Well, Passaic County, believe it or not, in true New Jersey fashion, there's shopping, of course. So there's the Willowbrook Mall. That's located in Wayne. And the big plus in Passaic versus Bergen County, it's those blue laws. Passaic County doesn't have blue laws. So guess what? You can go shopping at a mall on a Sunday. You can't do that in Bergen County. Believe it or not, a big benefit to people. They like not having the blue laws in Passaic. And those of us who live in Bergen County, if we need to shop at a mall on Sunday, we head on over to Passaic County. Now, there are also tons of parks and lakes, like I said, hiking trails in Passaic County. It's absolutely beautiful. So if you're into that rural feel, if you're looking to get away from the city or any area where it's densely populated and you want open space, Passaic County is an excellent option. So that is my comparison for today for Bergen County versus Passaic County. I hope you found this really helpful. As always, if you feel the need to start your home search now, got my link to my website down below in that description box. Feel free to start searching. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me as well. And if you found this video really helpful, be sure to check out this one over here. I think you're really going to like it. You're going to learn a lot. That's what I hear all the time. People are always learning something from me. Thank you so much for watching me today. I am Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I will see you next time.